It is Pipeline in Paradise, Las Vegas's 24-hour Hawaiian and Island music station 134. It's a beautiful day right here in Las Vegas, Nay, because, ladies and gentlemen, the artist that you heard right there on that song is live in studio. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Brother Eric Lee.
How's it, everybody? Aloha.
Look at all the studio audience. They're going crazy. Sit down, you guys.
Hey.
Calm
Keep
down.
it down over there.
We're trying to do a show over here. Brother Eric, can we see each other? We got both cameras going and we can just see each other right above the monitor.
Like home improvement over the fence, man.
Yeah, exactly.
My nose.
But those of you that's on video, you guys can catch us live. So again, if you're listening to the broadcast and you're not tuned into the live video stream, just go ahead and log on to @Hawaiian Radio out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. So, man, welcome into town, my brother.
Thank you, my brother. How are you doing?
They're doing good. I'm doing better since you brought in some pizza. I appreciate that.
It's gonna be a beautiful day.
Yeah.
If not already.
And the food is not gone yet, like in your song.
Yep. Yeah. Only get two of us. That's right.
And thank you so much for all the Hawaiian Air snacks. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Do you have like connections on Hawaiian Air because you brought the good stuff?
My connection is called the Hawaiian MasterCard, Hawaiian
exactly.
credit card, the Hawaiian Airlines credit
card.
Card.
You're speaking our language there, Mr. Lee. Thank you.
It's the only way you can buy.
You know what? I rarely use my Hawaiian card. By Barclay, right? Yeah, Barclay.
Yeah, Barclay.
I rarely use it, but when I do travel back home, I use it on Hawaiian Air, and then when I make like big purchases for the station, I use the Hawaiian card. Yeah.
You know, my parents actually taught me the trick. He said, why write checks? Just run everything on your card. And the more you run your card, the more Hawaiian miles you get, right?
Yeah.
So build up your miles. I mean, you're paying the bills anyway, right?
Right. And like I was telling you, like I wanted to go home coming up this year. Like I have enough miles for a round trip. Yeah.
There you go.
And so that's what I do it to, and that's how you build credit. Right?
Build credit.
Use it, pay it off. Use it, pay it off. That's how. Anyway,
you get all your Pipeline followers, but no need to try to rack up your miles, but we can have one donation drive.
I know.
Pipeline donation drive. Get Pu'ukani back to the islands.
Yeah.
Check them out at the Hoku.
I'm gonna do a GoFundMe for just like every month. Pu'ukani coming back to Hawaii every month. Right. You guys I wanted to do like a subscription kind of thing, but I don't know what to do. You know what I mean? It's not like I can play like you and
you got
sing
the power
to
of
them,
the media, bro. You got the microphone, but all you got to do is SOS going out to all my listeners. Help me get back to the islands, and we'll see.
Maybe.
We'll try.
We'll see. I used to do a fundraiser once a year. It used to be called the Paradise Paina fundraiser, like right in front of you. If you see that two things right there, we used to do it, but then it's hard to get everybody together and find musicians that'll koku the cause. Yeah.
But you get some good swag. The sweatshirts and then the jerseys.
And I want to say mahalo because I think you're one of the very few people that anytime I had a fundraiser, whether it be the tumblers, all the swag, my current jersey, you've always purchased it and supported. So mahalo, my brother.
I love branding. You got the logo. It's any way to support, bro.
Right on, my brother. So introduce yourself. I know you've been around for a long time, and we'll talk about the past 30 years. But for those people who don't know where you're originally from, what high school you went, go ahead and introduce yourself to our audience.
Well, aloha, families and friends. My name is Eric Lee, and I'm originally from the island of Oahu, in the beautiful state of Hawaii.
Sound like you're on the airplane.
I know, to your left,
Exactly.
Tour guide. No, I grew up on the west side, Waianae Coast, in a beautiful town called Ma'ili, right across the street from Tumbleland. The Tumbleland Jam from Kapana.
Yeah.
That's the beach that they're talking about.
Okay, wait. So the power plant, past the power plant?
That's Kaia Point. That's the entrance to between Nanakuli and Ko'olina area.
Okay.
So that's kind of telling you are entering the Waianae Coast.
Yeah, you're entering a place where you shouldn't be if you don't live here.
Yeah. Only day stay, no night stay. Just
Yeah, exactly.
The gate going close about 9 p.m.
Once the sun set below the horizon,
just kidding.
Get out.
Just kidding. No, West Side is fine. We're a great bunch. Respect giving, respect receive.
Absolutely, yeah. That's kind of the golden rule, right? Treat people how you want to be treated.
Exactly.
When you go into somebody else's place, respect that place.
Yeah.
No get all crazy.
You go into somebody else's house, don't come in with your slippers and your shoes.
Yeah.
Leave them outside, dust them off. Don't come in like you own the place.
Right, and Hawaiian style too. Like you came, you brought foods, you brought snack. That's all. Yeah. I should invite people every day.
Yeah. See, that's the hook. Everybody bring food.
Exactly. Yeah.
He's
That's
a
how
hungry
they
guy,
survive.
especially with the Hawaiian food.
I'm growing.
The local grinds.
So Maili,
Yep.
I would assume a lot of beach growing up, a lot of
beach growing
kanikapila
up,
growing
a
up.
lot of kanikapila. My older brothers were actually the beach bums on the Hawaiian side. You know,
Okay.
the boogie boarders and the surfers. I was more like a beach whale. baby whale. No, I love the
Baby,
beach.
well.
But
Baby.
I never was into the riding the waves. You know, I was more of just swimming in it, just
Yeah,
enjoying and relaxing and just taking in the scenery and stuff. And as I grew up, you know, I started picking up the instruments, so I started bringing it to the beach.
What was the first instrument? I mean, like, how old are we talking about when you first? I assume it's the ukulele that you picked up first.
Yeah, ukulele was
Right.
first.
So are we surrounded by like ohana, like anakalas and
You know,
anakes and
that
stuff?
would be the normal assumption. You know, everybody say, "Oh, you must have grown up in a family in a house full of music and hula dancers and everything." Not really, you know.
So you was the trendsetter then. You started it off with your family.
I was the guy that just got the inspiration watching. We went to a family luau when I was still younger, and then the family had a family band, and of course their daughters were the hula dancers, and so I just happened to turn around and watch the stage, and one of my friends that I grew up in church was dancing hula, and I was like, wow, that's cool. And then they were jamming songs that everybody knew. And everybody was either clapping along and smiling, and just I could feel the good vibe. And I was like, you know what? That's what I want to do.
So what age was this when you finally like, okay,
maybe around 7, 8 years old.
like second, third grade,
I was
you had your
inspired.
calling already.
Yeah, I mean, you know, not like a serious like I'm gonna make a career out of this, but I was like, oh, that is like such a cool thing to be able to do. What, you know, create something organically from the stage. And just watch that,
and make that have that kind of effect on people, and people are smiling,
just
dancing,
that infectious
clapping.
vibe that it makes everyone just feel good. And I just had that calling. I didn't really know what it was, but when I started, you know, I started getting into ukulele, but you know, it was kind of like a hobby thing, put it aside. When you get older, then I started learning piano a little bit.
Are you going to Waianae Elementary, middle school?
I went to Maili Elementary.
Maili, okay.
And then I got traded.
You got traded.
I got,
Did you get recruited?
I got drafted by my mom, taken to St. Joseph School in Waipahu.
Oh, okay.
So I was there for about 3 years, and then I got into Kamehameha at 7th grade.
7th grade on is Kamehameha.
Through graduation, and from there, you know, I was really exposed to the Hawaiian culture.
That's what I was going to ask. So like you said, you were dabbling with the ukulele and maybe this and that. Then when you get into Kamehameha, then a lot of the culture is surrounded around the language and the music. Yeah. And playing music really perpetuates that, right?
Well, you know, it kind of went hand in hand. I started learning guitar from my friend Carl Zinsman.
Oh, Carl Zinsman's from 3+, right?
Yeah, he was with 3+, and now he's with the Brown Boys.
The Brown Boys, that's right, brother Carl.
You know, him and I kind of grew up together. He was on opposite side of the fence from me, so I was on one side.
Oh, okay, so he grew up on that on west side.
He was a Maili boy
For some reason, why do I think like he's from the Big Island? Because he's there now.
Well, he's there now.
Yeah. Okay.
He lives on the Big Island now.
All right.
And so, you know, I had my keyboard because I was learning keyboard, and then he had his guitar because he was self-taught guitar.
Nice.
And so we wanted to, you know, create this garage band, but we was only into like, you know, 80s rock and stuff like that. And
you guys started with rock music.
Yeah.
Like, are we talking classic rock or heavy rock?
Like MTV, when the MTV music videos came out, the whole hype, the craze. So there, you know, there was the Bon Jovi, there was a Motley Crue, Poison, you know, and all that stuff. So you know,
Living on a Prayer. Was that one of the first songs?
Every day Living on a Prayer.
Nice. Yeah. Exactly.
But I got tired of carrying the keyboard over the fence all the time. Exactly. You know, this bulky thing, you know, 88 keys. And I was like, you know what, dude, I'm tired of bringing the keyboard over. I want to learn something. I'll teach my guitars because it'd be easier. And so he put the guitar in my hand, and he taught me my first riffs. And then
so brother Carl is responsible for this, for all of this, for 30 years. Wow.
Well, you know, and then he got into football in high school.
Okay.
And then I pursued music on a serious tip. And then I got more into local music and Hawaiian music because I was hanging out with a friend in high school at Kamehameha. Okay. And I only knew rock music. So I was playing rock music on the guitar after school, and he got tired of it. I mean, he was into it, but he was like, you know what, dude, you got to open your spectrum a little bit more. Yeah. So he put a cassette tape in my hand. He said, take it home.
Cassette tape.
Yeah. See, I'm showing my age.
I know.
Put a cassette tape in my hand.
All the millennials are like, what is that, Uncle? What is that?
Well, you know, just think of downloads in a more physical form.
Yeah, exactly.
And that can only fit up to 45 minutes.
I did a post about having going through my closets and having like a whole
Right.
bunch of tapes there.
I remember that.
One of them was one of our good friends, brother Peter Milo. So
There you go.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah, so this tape had Country Comfort, Dennis Poval,
mixtape.
yeah, mixtape of local music, and you know,
crazy.
I grew up.
So he was pirating it from the radio, is what he was doing, right?
yeah, pretty much. Or he had his own cassette tapes that he was putting them on one blank mix, right?
Yeah, mixtape.
So I went home and I fell asleep to this music playing on the cassette, and then I just got hooked on local Hawaiian music.
So we're talking like
This is my
music
sophomore
like
year.
Brothers Kaz music.
Yeah, actually,
Maka
Puahone,
Hassan's,
yeah,
yeah.
Puahone was one of the first Hawaiian songs I learned on guitar.
Okay.
And then I got into Maka Hassan's music, and you know, yeah, it just kind of caught the fever and took off from there.
Nice. Okay, so now you're playing the ukulele. You start learning the guitar. You're at Kamehameha. You're starting to open your horizons to
Yep.
more music than just rock music. Now more so Hawaiian music coming in just
Hawaiian
because of
music.
just because of the atmosphere that you're in.
Oh
right?
yeah, you're exposed to it. I mean, ever more so nowadays that Hawaiian language is becoming much more prominent in the educational system,
right.
along with Hawaiian music and culture.
But
and
back then,
practices.
Hawaiian
Back then,
was
like-
Hawaiian language. Like I know at one point, like because when I went to like we're almost the same age. I'm a little
Yeah.
older than you, a couple of years.
Humbly.
But Hawaiian language was still kind of a little not kapu, but just a resurgence
it
was
on the
coming
rise.
along.
It
Yeah,
was on the
yeah,
rise.
yeah.
Punana Leo was a thing to be talked about.
Right.
And Hokulea was, you know, was really becoming more popular
Yeah.
amongst the students because they were starting to spread the education to making it, you know, an educational opportunity to learn
Right.
about the culture. And so Hokulea was a symbol.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got hooked onto the canoe aspect, navigation, Polynesian navigation, and
And I would
the-
think all of that exposure kind of fed into your passion for music, right?
Oh yeah, that all went hand in hand because, yeah, they're all interjoined. I took my first Hawaiian language class
Okay.
in my senior year.
Wow.
I was a late bloomer. You know, I didn't get into Hawaiian culture and Hawaiian language. And
That's
music
interesting, actually,
until my
yeah.
junior year in high school, and the latter part of my junior year in high school.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even considering singing. I was still like jamming. Like jamming was fun.
just backyard kind
Yeah.
of jamming was
But the
was
same
good
guy
fun.
that put the cassette in my hand, he told me, "Come with me to Inquire class." So we went into Inquire class, and then he
Bruh.
was attending, and then I just kind of crashed the party.
You're right. So your senior year is kind of when it all started to really roll
blooming.
towards your career.
Yep.
What I know you've been a part of many different bands, and every single band had its different vibe and very successful. So what was the first professional band that you were a part of that, you know, like, wow, I heard us on the radio. You know what I mean?
That would be the Kanilea collection.
Kanila collection.
Yeah, I was.
So is this like senior year still?
I was a senior, and then I was starting to write Hawaiian songs.
Okay.
Well, wanting to write Hawaiian songs, wanting to learn. Carl and I started songwriting back when we were like 8th, 9th grade. So we were like all puppy dog love. I love you. I can't be without you.
Yeah, like Taylor
Music.
Swift,
Yeah.
based on experience. Yeah.
Well, yeah, stuff like that. And so
Check it off.
when I started taking Hawaiian language, and I wanted to try to dabble in Hawaiian songs, Hawaiian lyrical songs.
Okay.
So I was introduced to one of the teachers there. His name was Jay Kauko, and he still teaches
Okay.
there. And you know, I was introduced to him and said, "Oh, this guy wrote for the brothers Casamaro. Casamaro's recorded
Wow.
a few of his songs." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, a resource! I need to go,
Yeah.
check this guy out." And so we were, mingling, and he was showing me some tactics, and we kind of decided to venture music together.
Right.
And then we were looking for a third person. And after some trials and figuring things out, we met Brian Mersberg.
Brian Mersberg.
And
And he
then-
was part of Tropical Nights, right?
No.
No, why am I getting it
No,
confused
no.
every time I ask you
you
this?
fast forwarding too much.
Oh, okay.
You fast forwarding
Go
that's,
ahead.
That's later in the year.
Go ahead.
So Brian was actually a part of a group called Nale Mamo, and they were like a
Okay.
halal band for Kapahula, Hawaii.
Got it. Okay.
And so he joined in, and then we became the trio, the Kanilea Collection, and we released our CD, our first album, which was still cassette and CD. back in 1994. So I was about maybe 19 years old when the album came out.
Because when I first met you, I officially met you
right?
at UH Manoa.
We're at UH. We're jamming.
So back, I think it was maybe late '93 was when I met you. When everybody used to go to Kaniwai Park and jam on a Wednesday night, and it was like Olelo Hawaii night. Yeah,
the bridge. Everybody was
and
Thursday nights.
I was like, bro, this brother is freaking talented. And then fast forward a little, you know, we of the same faith foundation, and you played for the choir, and I sang in the choir, and that's how we kind of kept our foundation, and you know, kept in touch ever since then. But Kanile'a Collection was the first professional band that you're a part of.
First professional band, first recording.
Am I correct to say that you guys won a Hoku with that?
Well,
with
we were considered for most promising artists, but a group called, I think, Hapa and another artist called Kelly Risho was coming out that same year.
I think they had a couple of good albums.
And you know.
Oh.
So of course,
so you guys on time them bad then.
Well, you know, I mean, just the feeling of being there amongst your peers, and it's like, wow, you feel like at that point in your life, I reached the top. I was like, oh, top of the world, mom. You know, like
when you see your name, your band's name next to Hapa and Keali'i Raisha, I was like, man, okay, we're doing something correct here. We're in the same category as these guys.
Well, you know, these guys were in the music and hula business for up to years, and there's this 19-year-old kid walking around around the awards and just drooling and fanboying.
But he's still trying to act cool at the same time.
Still trying to compose myself. I was like, oh my gosh, I love your music, and I saw you on the TV and everything. But you know,
you can sign my chest. I mean my guitar. Sorry.
Right? You know. So I was, you know, just enjoying just being there. And the just
journey, living in the moment, and like, man, okay,
and loving the journey.
Right. Kanile'a Collection. You also played with the Ka'ala Boys.
Yeah, Ka'ala Boys, Nakama.
Nakama, that's right.
Nakama, and
Nakama is the Na Hoku Hanohano award when you play with them, right?
Yeah, well, that's when Danny Naipo came into the group.
Okay, that's what I'm thinking of.
And he was from Tropical Nights.
Tropical Nights, okay.
So it was Brian and myself as a duo for the first two albums, and then for the third album, John Coco was actually
with
the guy.
Nakama. Was this the two of you guys at first?
Yeah, we started as a duo. And John Coco was actually the guy that, like, bro, you gotta get one bass player, because he was actually sitting in on bass for us a couple times on the album for a couple of songs, and he was like, "You guys,
you get one of the Maka-sons seating in with you guys.
go big, bro, go big, or no go at all, bro." So,
it's all coming together.
All the hammers,
seeing it,
Well, we had great love and support from the Maka-sons, from Ho'okana. We made friends with a lot of people, and they were more than willing to share their mana'o, their
that's
experience,
beautiful.
and of course their talents when we needed their help.
Right.
But John was actually the one. We had breakfast one day, and he was like, "Bro, you got to actually complete your group. You know, if you're going to have one trio sound, you should have a third guy."
Right.
And so I approached Danny and said, "Hey, you know, if he was interested." And then the rest was history with that. With Nakama, we released our third album as a trio, first album as a trio, and we won our Hoku Award for Hawaiian language performance.
Oh, what a prestigious award!
Yeah, prestigious.
I know in the Hawaiian realms, like that's one of the bigger awards, because you pride yourself in, you know, Olelo Hawaii and Hawaiian language and how to pronounce it correctly, and like there's a limited amount of people that vote on that category, right?
Well, the voting members can vote for other categories, but like the accolades, like Hawaiian language, like engineer, those particular categories are voted by a panel, a committee,
which makes sense. Experts in the field in that area.
Exactly. And although I don't proclaim to be a fluent speaker, I am an advocate for the language, and I try my best to speak it well.
Right.
And to learn. I'm learning every day, and I continue wanting to write Hawaiian music, Hawaiian songs. Right. So to win that award amongst my peers of other Hawaiian language artists, and some of them even Hawaiian language speakers, was such an honor to say, you know, you guys did put the effort. You guys were aware of what you guys were singing about, and your pronunciation, your punana, as the language people would say. And so, what an honor to receive that award.
I remember Mailani Makainai was here in Las Vegas. I had a chance to interview her, and this is when she was doing her solo work. And that year,
Yeah.
she won Female Vocalist of the Year. And she was up for like 6 or 7 awards. And I said, which award do you really want to win? I just kind of being
Yeah.
transparent. And she said that the Hawaiian Language Award, because of all the reasons that you said. Like there's so much kuleana.
Yep.
When you're speaking the Hawaiian language, when you're presenting it, when you're playing it. Like even for me, because I do Hawaiian music and island music, I try to make sure if I'm introducing a band or saying words or phrases that it's polole, it's correct. Yeah. So,
Right.
Man, that is huge. What a great first hoku there.
Yeah, first Hoku, and it was the Hawaiian Language Award. Our second one we won, of course, was for our Christmas album. So now we had 2 notches
Still
on the
with
belt.
Nakama.
Still with Nakama.
Christmas, okay.
So, when we won our first award, it was like, wow, now we can call ourselves Na Hoku Hanohano Award winners. But
Yeah.
then we won a second award.
Yeah.
Now it's like multiple Na Hoku. And I was like,
Nice.
wow. I was like, wow.
So I gotta tell you, like,
Yeah.
when I speak your name on the radio and stuff like that, before doing all my research and you just looking at your journey here, like, I never really realized that you were a multiple Na Hoku Hanohano award winners. That's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, after so many years, I mean, they, to specify why you won the award. I mean, it most people don't remember.
But
but
I
the
haven't
all they
seen it.
remember
I
is like,
haven't
oh,
seen
he
it
won
like
a
in
couple of
pictures.
awards, the
Like I
moment-
would be so proud. Like I would have the hoku behind here every time I'm broadcasting live, because it's an honor.
It is.
Right,
It is
yeah.
an honor. It is an honor.
Yeah. Well, congratulations to
thank
that.
you.
All right. And Ka'ala Boys, I know Ka'ala Boys was with a couple of friends, and Brother Rodney
Yeah,
Beezer.
Brother Rodney
was
Beezer,
a
who
part of
used to
it.
be with the group Island Rhythms.
Island Rhythms from
Yeah.
Wahiawa.
And then
Wahiawa.
Wahiawa.
Wah.
But then after Kala Boys, Rodney and I actually kind of hung out and continued playing music together as a duo.
As a duo.
And then he supported me a
Was
lot
it
through my
Eric and
solo-
Rodney, or Rodney had top billing, or you guys had a name?
Well, we didn't really have a name as a duo.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually, post Nakama and Kala Boys, I was pursuing my solo career already.
There we go.
And so he was like my support guy, But although we would be billed as Eric Lee and Rodney Beezer, but it was a lot of my music that was getting promoted, and of course I would showcase him too on his hits. I mean, Darcy's Lullaby, hands down,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
yeah.
everybody knows that song, and so he was really supportive of helping me, help my career get on the road.
Very nice. Very
Yeah.
nice. All right. So after the Ka'ala Boys, you're in your solo career. I remember the last time that we got to Vala'au. It had to be about a dozen years back, about 12, 13 years. This is when Crossroads just came out for you. You had an album called Crossroads. What is that? That has to be over 10 years, right?
2009. So yeah, about 15 years ago.
Yeah. So we met up at the California Hotel and Casino. We got to
Yes.
talk story. I believe it's still on YouTube somewhere.
It is.
It's
I
on
was
there.
Doing the Mayday concert.
That's right.
Right outside the
That's
Cal.
right. The May
Yeah.
Day. Yeah. And I remember you coming in, and I don't think I've ever said mahalo on air for this, but it might have been that time or somewhere around that time that you, Rodney, and Darren Benitez
Oh yes.
helped me for a fundraiser out at Hash House a Go-Go.
Yes.
And you guys played for free. And I'm thinking, like, Darren Benitez, Eric Lee, Rodney Beezer, they're here.
Yeah, we had Moke Boy too over there.
That's right.
Moke Boy
Moke
was there.
Boy.
Yeah, we were
Wow.
just having fun, and I was just blown away by the wheelbarrow pancakes that was coming
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
I was like, holy smoke,
Brian.
you guys gonna eat that?
You know what is funny is I was doing a live stream 2 weeks back, and the owners of Hash House a Go-Go popped in and said, "Hey, good to see you again. Hey, man, we're gonna reach out to you. We loved what you did for us back in the days. We wanna, get back and partner up back again. So hopefully we can get you back here for some kind of,
Anytime,
event.
bro.
Yeah,
Let me know. Let me know.
Yeah.
I'd be happy to come back up for you.
All right. So if you're just joining us, we're talking with Eric Lee, 30 years in the business. We're going to go ahead and take a break. We'll play a song called Ku'u Mili Mili E along with Keone Ku. Can you go
Yes.
ahead and introduce the song? Tell everybody what the song is about. We'll play the song, come back, and we'll talk more story about your journey. So
Here's a song that was co-written by myself and Carl Zinsman, good friend of mine, and it features the beautiful voice of Keone Ku, who also won a Hoku Award for his debut EP. So, the beautiful love song. Send it out to all of you out there.
All right. Once again, live in studio with Eric Lee, Ku'u Mili Mili A, featuring Keone Ku. It's Pipeline to Paradise, Las Vegas's 24-hour Hawaiian and Island music station at Hawaiian Radio, out on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube. Go ahead and log on and spot us behind the scenes, all right?
Chee-hoo.
Right on, my brother.
All right.
Let me put
Oh, right.
I know, a long time
Your
talk
chat line is flooded over here.
What is that?
Your chat line is flooded.
Oh, I didn't even check up on them. Yeah. Oh, thanks for flowing, my brother. Thanks for flowing.
Easy, bro. Let's do it.
All right, let me check real quick here.
Kenny T in the house.
Who's that? Heke Ole says, Aloha Eric and Pu'ukani. How's it, Heke
Aloha,
Ole?
Heke Ole.
What does Heke mean? Heke Ole.
Well, Heke means like head.
Head. So no head? Heke Ole?
Or like second to none.
No, okay.
Second to none, actually.
Oh, okay.
The best.
B-Rock says, that's how always aloha and perpetuate the Hawaiian culture.
Oh,
Right on.
yes. We do what we can.
Yeah. Gerard
love what
says,
we do.
another closet metalhead.
Yes.
Are you guys gonna collaborate? Let's get that behind the scenes right now. Gerard and brother Eric Lee.
Yo, G.
Some kind of metal rock collaboration. Yeah.
Nah, actually, I've been listening to a lot of his stuff, and I love the mixes. His drum sound is phenomenal. You know.
Nice.
And you know, I can tell he rocks out on the double bass pedals. His feet is working.
See, that's something that only a musician would say. For those of you on video, like you hear that kind of stuff,
Yeah,
right? As a
even
musician.
like her name is Mauna Kea by Storm.
Right. Yeah.
The drums is wow. I love it, man. I love the drums. The guitar work, awesome.
You know what is
great producer.
You know what is funny is like, because like for me in radio when I first started, I started on the business side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would do all the commercials and so when I listen to radio, I listen to commercial breaks, which most people don't.
Uh-huh.
And I'm like, why did they put Burger King next to McDonald's? You know, like that. So like in that sense, like as a musician, technically you're listening for that kind of stuff, right?
But as the guy accepting all the sponsorship, is say, yeah, I'll take the sponsorship. I'll put you guys next to each other, no problem. You know,
I try to give them separation. Like, if, you know, I have like 3 restaurants. I make sure they have like exclusive space.
Speaking of restaurants, Hash House, bro. Hash
House, bro.
Yeah, let's do
stuff.
it. Yeah.
When they reach out to me and we get everything down, then I'll talk to them. Maybe we can use that as a space.
You know,
maybe once a quarter, come up. Yeah.
You got a bunch of artists logging in
I
right
know.
here that I'm sure would love to support the cause.
Yeah. Brother Keola says, Poi My Boy, one of my favorite songs I have recorded. Jay Kauka wrote Ku'ule Pikake. Oh, okay.
Yes, he did.
Okay, yeah. It's
But
one of the songs
actually-
that I play from Keola, Ku'ule.
Oh.
Ku'ule Pikake. Ku'ule Pikake. Not the other one.
No. I know the song.
Yeah.
But
And through the golden years when I recorded with Pu'ukani. So Brother Keola was part of the group Pu'ukani.
that's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Yeah.
That's the one. I remember the album cover.
Yeah.
I remember the album cover.
Yeah, so Brother
he
Keo-
was part of that group.
Yeah, he was part of the group Pu'ukani, which is kind of weird, you know, as far as degrees of separation. I went to school with his wife at Aya High School.
Oh, nice.
And, you know, so that's kind of like our degrees of separation.
What a small world.
Yeah. There we go. All right. We got 40 seconds here. Let
Shoot.
me make sure I get...
Can I do a shout out on this song too? To somebody else too?
Yeah, absolutely. Coming out of this song. Okay? So we could talk story again. Okay. Once again, the music of Eric Lee featuring Keone Ku, Ku'u Mili Mili E.
And you know, with this song, I want to give a special shout out to Damon Williams. Damon Williams is the guy that provided all the vocal magical background.
So
vocals
that's
that you're
Damon
hearing.
in the back there,
That's-
all the
well,
harmonies.
that's me duet with Keone on the harmony verses, but all the oohs and all of that screaming at the end, all of that Boys to Men beautiful
Right.
stuff. That's all.
So
Damon
those of you who
Williams.
don't know, Damon Williams, back in the days, for all the younger generations, pre-American Idol was Brown Bags to Stardom,
Exactly.
right, for Hawaii.
Yes.
This was like the American Idol for Hawaii.
Yeah.
And brother Damon Williams
He won.
it one year.
Yep.
And I believe the following year, wasn't it Peter Milo? Or around that time,
Peter was what, 89, I think.
89, yeah.
So I think Damon was after that.
Oh, okay, after, yeah.
Because then Kelly Rachel featured him on
That's
one of his
right.
Kukahi concerts, and
Yeah.
then Damon just took
Oh,
off. after that.
Kukahi! Oh my goodness, that's
Yeah.
I haven't heard that series for a long time.
I know, we're
Yeah.
dating ourselves, right?
Wow, at least we dating.
Yeah. Anytime.
All right, live in studio with Eric Lee. We're talking about 30 years in the industry, man.
Yes.
So we talked about all the people that you played with, all the influences that you've had growing up, and I know this is probably hard, but highlight your 30 years. I mean, like if you was to choose maybe one or two of your just mind-blowing, like, wow, that happened.
Uh-huh.
Share one or two of those stories. Like what is something that, you know, when you think about your 30 years, you look back and like, yeah, I remember when this happened, I was blown away.
Well, I would have to honestly say the first time was hearing myself on the radio, hearing my song that I recorded, that I was
Right.
featured on the radio. Winning my first Hoku was another pivotal moment.
Can we go back to hearing yourself on the radio at first? Because
Okay.
I thought about this last night. I was watching videos on YouTube, right? And I was watching, and there was a documentary about all the old school DJs. You know, back in the days with when Elvis and all the Motown, where DJs, when they played a certain band or artist music, people would freak out. Like the DJs had a lot of power in what they did.
They had the
you know.
power to really make an artist shine.
Yeah. So when you heard your song, who was
Well, they still have. I believe they still have that power.
Yeah, we have a different type of dynamic now. We can influence
but with
music
our
a lot.
media
Yeah.
industry being so diverse now, people can just, listen to anybody at a pop of a button. It wasn't so much you got to tune into the radio.
Right.
You
Back
know,
then, that was the only source for music, right?
I just watched the documentary on Netflix, We Are the World, the making of We Are the World.
Okay.
And when MTV did the world premiere, they aired it at 12 p.m. And like I heard people like cutting off from work, cutting off from
Exactly.
school, so that they could be in front of the TV
That's
to watch
crazy.
it. But that's the only outlet they had to
Right.
be able to access that opportunity. So radio is the same thing. You know, you heard it first here on this station.
Yeah.
The debut of such and such artist, such and such song. And I believe that back then, a lot of the success of our artistry, a lot of credit due to their talent, of course, but I think it went hand in hand with radio airplay and,
Right.
and radio support.
What song was the first song that was played on the radio?
It would be the Kanila Collection's release of Nahalo Naue.
Okay.
So
This must have been on 1420 AM then, KCCN.
No, actually, it was KCCN FM 100.
Really?
KCCN FM 100.
Playing traditional Hawaiian music?
Yeah, well, they were playing Hawaiian music at the time.
Right.
So
okay, so
it
they
was
weren't.
DJs like
Yeah.
Kimo Kahoano,
Yeah.
of course Billy V,
Brickwood Galateria and Kimo was the original Aloha Morning Show.
The Aloha Morning Show. Yeah, and then like the
So a lot of people don't know, but I started in radio as the overnight jock leading into the Aloha Morning Show, which was
Awesome.
Kimo Kahuano and Brickwood Galateria. I was the overnight guy getting all their music ready. And, but there was a live voice behind the microphone
Yeah.
from 12 a.m. to 5:30 in the morning, So
Right.
but nowadays it's all voice track, they don't
and
have
artists
that,
have
but
the opportunity like we have today to come into the studio and talk story.
Yeah.
And share so that the listeners get to know about the artist. And so the artist has this opportunity with the DJ to just really open the promotional floodgates.
Right.
And,
One of the biggest
yeah.
things I learned from Kimo Kahuano, and he said, no matter what, as much as technology advances, there needs to be a live person behind the mic or a live presence behind the mic. So anytime you have that opportunity to do that, do it. So, when I'm doing my radio, I want to make sure on a daily basis or at least 4 or 5 times a week, they hear a live voice, because if not, anybody can run their iPad or
Right.
go to Spotify and just play a playlist, but people want to hear that live presence behind
Exactly.
it. So, yeah.
It's the organic relationship,
Right.
the connection.
Right. All right. So heard your song.
Yeah,
It's one
heard
of the
the song,
highlights. Hoku,
Hoku
another
Award.
highlight. Yeah.
And I would say that the next thing that would pop into mind is getting that phone call from Uncle Moon Kaukahi saying, we need a bass player.
Wow.
Because John
That's right.
wasn't doing too good with his health.
That's
and
right,
So
yeah.
they had a tour coming up, a 2-week tour in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had just gotten back, and then John was having health issues, and
Right.
so he would have to like just address those. In the
Mhm.
meantime, they had to go back to Japan, and so he said, "Hey, can you kind of join us?" So I was like,
Right.
"Okay." So
We're talking 2 weeks before a international tour. Can you come join us?
no, actually, Uncle Moon was more like, "We got to plan this ahead." So they got back from Japan in, I believe it was in June, and he called me like that Saturday when they got back.
Mm-hmm.
And then the tour was planned for October. So we had a few months to prepare. So I had to learn all the music, and then I had to learn my part, because they are a very magical
Right.
choral.
Yeah, we're talking about legends here, right?
and it's not something that you just take lightly.
Right. Right.
But the sad part about it was after that phone call on Saturday, John had passed away that Monday.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was just like heartbreaking. But then I just took it upon myself, like, okay, you got a kuleana to fulfill.
Right.
And
what a huge kuleana. What
Bruh,
a huge
you would think, like,
responsibility
yeah,
to
the
fill the
shoes to
shoes
fill,
of legends, right?
Right.
A legend.
And I wasn't being asked to play guitar. I was asked to play bass. And although I did know how to play bass,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't really that wasn't my forte instrument at the time.
Right.
I did know how to play bass. I could jam on the bass, kanikapila style, but to actually discipline yourself to the musical formulas, the structures of their songs and
Right.
their arrangements, took some work.
Was it different type of arrangements? Like, was it arrangements where like no one else is doing these type of arrangements, so I got to make sure that I learn it? Like, was it
Well, that's
another
kinda what
level type
separates. That's what separates them
Right.
from the rest.
Yeah,
of,
because when you hear their music,
industry.
like that's
Yeah.
Makaha Sons.
That,
You know
they
the
have
sound.
a mark. They
Yeah,
they have a mark. They have a sound, and it wasn't kanikapila kind like, oh, key of G, just follow along.
Right. Yeah,
No,
yeah.
they had their own arrangements.
See FC7.
Right,
No, it's not
right.
like that, right? Yeah,
And
it's
sometimes the arrangements required you taking a left when you should have
Right.
gone right, and it's just
Exactly.
that's what makes them so
but you just
so
keep
unique and
smiling. You
original.
just keep smiling.
So I went over to Uncle Moon's house, and we just sat in the garage, and it was just him and I across the table, and then he would be teaching me John's parts, the vocal parts, and then I'll be learning, well, I had a foot in the door already because as being a fan of the Makaha Sons of Niihau,
Right. You
and the
get all
Makaha
their
Sons,
CDs and
I had all their
tapes.
CDs. I had I was very familiar with all of their music, so
Right.
I had a head start in learning their stuff. So it was just a matter of deciding, okay, this is the set list we're going to do, and this is the songs that we're going to focus on, and so just learning John's part. And John actually sang, had the melody for most of the songs. Every once in a while, I would have there would be a harmony part to learn. So that moment of being with Moon and working with them on these songs that you grew up, and these songs that and with this group that you just revered, was such a surreal moment. It almost like took me out of my body for a little while,
Mm-hmm.
and just realization is like, I can't believe I'm actually doing the songs to sing professionally
Right.
with these guys that I've been, idolizing
Unreal.
over
Yeah,
the years.
Yeah,
And-
it's like one of my musical idols is like the Commodores. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
so if I ever had a chance, like so I'm understanding, like, man, it had to be one of the most proudest moments and humbling moments
It
for
was.
you
It
over the
was.
past 30 years, right?
It was definitely a benchmark in my career, in my journey.
Right.
And then to be officially inducted in as part of the Makaha Sons, as a member of the Makaha Sons,
Mhm.
then you see yourself as not only perpetuating their legacy, but being a part of that legacy from that point going on. So I was with them for, it was about maybe 2.5 years.
Wow.
And then-
Traveled the world.
We traveled the world. I've seen parts of the United States I haven't traveled before.
Yeah.
And we've gone to Japan, and we've dabbled in a whole bunch of things, which was
Right.
really, really awesome and fun. and then Moon decided to step down from the group and focus on his full-time job with the Liliuokalani Trust.
Oh, okay.
And then I went back to my solo career, and then Jerome was given the mantle to take over the Makaha Sons
and
pursue and pursue the next chapter of the Makaha Sons legacy.
Which I had a chance to actually be the host MC when they came here to Las Vegas. So the current members Makaha Sons right now
is Jerome Koko, Kimo Artis, and Hanale Ka'anapu.
Right. So I had a chance to be there for 2 shows that they had last year, and man, I can understand that responsibility, because even now with Kimo and what is his name? Hanale, yeah. Even with them, like it sounds the same. So I know that everybody's upholding that standard, which is the Makaha Sons, right?
Right, and I'm sure for even the both of them, being even for Jerome Koko, and I hope I'm not speaking out of turn with this, but for him to assume now the leadership of the group that Moon had all this time since the days of Skippy and Israel,
right?
And for it to kind of pass down to Jerome, and now you are the one to carry on the torch and carry on the kuleana, the responsibility. Yeah. I'm sure that was a load on his shoulders.
Makaha Sons and Makaha Sons of Niihau,
right?
That's
and you have like 40 plus years of legacy to carry on,
right?
And then bringing on not 1 but 2 new members. And for them to assume that mantle of being members of the group also and carrying on the legacy. So, lots of love and respect to those guys,
Moon still plays every now and then, right?
He does. He's more of a supporter now.
Right.
He's retired from professional music, from performing with the Makaha Sons, but he still does support other artists.
So, quick story, 2 years ago when I went back, you guys already know, I've talked about it many times. I went back and I finished off my degree. Went back to UH Manoa after 30 years and got my 4-year degree after 30 years.
What an accomplishment.
I know, exactly. You can do it too, all right? So that night I was supposed to meet up with the gang, with Brother John, Brother Peter, then we're all going to get to, I get there, there's a place in Pearl Harbor area where they play live music.
604.
Yeah, 604. I was supposed to meet up with them after the graduation. I was like, I want to just soak up Hawaii. And not that I didn't want to party with the gang, but me and my wife decided just to go walk on Waikiki Beach.
Nice.
So we were staying at the Ilikai, took a walk, and then to the left I hear some Hawaiian music, and I'm thinking, hey, wait, this sounds familiar, this blend. And so we start walking towards the music.
It was calling to you.
I see Moon Kaukahi and I see Ho'okena, and I'm thinking, hey.
Oh, yeah. It's probably the Kanikapila Grill.
Yeah, the Kanikapila Grill. And I didn't know when they play together, they're called Makena, right? Ho'okena and Makaha Sons.
Yeah, kind of blended together.
So I went in there and I'm thinking, okay, this is Ho'okena, but Moon is still helping. I didn't know the name. But my wife and I just sat on the outskirts of the Kanikapila Grill and just sat down, full on lays. I still get my lays, I just wanted to soak it all up.
Yeah.
And listen to a set of about an hour and a half. And I'm thinking, brah, I get Makaha Sons and Ho'okena playing at my grad party right now. You know what I mean?
Spared no expense, right?
Was beautiful. And then this past Christmas, Ho'okena, for the halau that my wife dances for, Ho'okena was the main performers, and they came down. So I reminded them. They was like, yeah, I remember, bro. So that's
Horace,
kind of coming
Dudua, Chris Kamaka, Glenn Smith.
Yeah.
Still, perpetuating the Ho'okena legacy as well.
Right. And you performed there too, right? Kanikapila Girl?
Yeah, I performed with them from time to time, and then I've also performed as a soloist or with Keone at Kanikapila Girl when they would call us in. So it's a prestigious place to play at. Very beautiful place.
So if people want to, like right now, before turning on the microphones, we were talking about how this is your full-time gig now. You've been doing this for a long time. Where's your residencies at? Like, where do you play on a weekly basis?
Mostly in Waikiki. I'm at either the Sheraton Waikiki Hotel or the Hilton Hawaiian Village, or at the Moana Surfrider Hotel or the Royal Hawaiian Hotel.
So we're talking, 5-6 days a week?
No, actually maybe 2 or 3 days a week, and then I'll leave the other 2 days for anything that pops up. Keone and I will do monthly gigs at the
Chez Monique's,
yeah,
right?
Chez.
Yeah.
Well, not Monique's anymore. Monique left.
Monique
so it's just
left.
Chef.
Oh, okay.
Just Chez Sports
Chez.
Bar and Grill.
Okay.
And actually, I've been getting Moon Kawakahi.
That's how long I've been gone. Chez Monique's, bro.
Those are the days too, though.
Yeah.
And then actually, I've been getting Moon Kawakahi and Melamina to join me at Shay's also on a monthly basis. So if you want like a mix of Hawaiian contemporary and contemporary stuff,
right,
come see Keone and I. Or if you want the nostalgic traditional Hawaiian music, come see Moon, Mel, and myself.
I'm so glad that there's a venue in that area in Aiea, Pearl Ridge side.
Yeah.
That, I'm glad to hear that there's
604, all
venues
these
outside of
venues.
Waikiki that's still perpetuating Hawaiian and island music.
Yeah,
so.
there are a lot of great places where you can see local music. You just got to look, and want to thank those venues for providing an avenue for us to still share our music live, where they don't have to drive all the way into Waikiki.
Yeah. I want to just dabble on this real quickly. Just kind of when I look at your career and I see all these pictures, one image that comes to mind is you with like a double neck guitar, and you rarely see it. So it's kind of like, and then you want to stop and watch the video and see what's going on here. Is there a difference between both necks? Is it tuned differently? How does it work there?
It can work however you choose it to make it work for you. So
how did you use it for both necks?
The 12 string on the bottom. It's a custom double neck. The regular double necks that I've seen in the market are usually 12 string on the top and 6 string on the bottom. But being a fan of particularly Bon Jovi back in the day, Richie Sambora had this thing about double necks and triple necks and everything. So
there's a triple neck too.
There's a triple neck where the mandolin is on the top.
Oh my
and then a 6-string guitar and a 12-string guitar. So it was always like one of those just personal dreams of mine as a musician to own one. And so
is it customized or you just
the one I got was a custom guitar.
Okay.
So I went to a Ovation dealer that was at Easy Music.
Nice.
Back in Hawaii.
Easy Music. Yeah. That's another old school.
It's funny because there was a music store a long time ago called Music Mac.
Right.
Music Mac in Pro City.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so they issued back in the late 80s and early 90s, they issued these Ovation catalogs. And one of them was a picture of the Richie Sambora double neck guitar.
Wow.
And so I was still like, a kid, right? And I would go to the sales rep and say, "Oh, what if I wanted to get one like this?" And they kind of roll their eyes like, dream kid,
Yeah.
And that kind of stuck with me. So, you wait. And so when I got older, managed to scramble some pennies, and then I went to Easy Music, and I said, "Do you guys, who does deals with Ovation, where if you want custom deals?" And so they introduced me to one of the sales guys, and I told him, I'm really interested in getting the double neck that Richie Sambora had. And so we talked about it, and finally he was able to help me place the order.
Wow.
I didn't want it exactly like Richie Sambora's, he has the stars and everything. I just wanted just the fact that I had one that looked like it.
Right.
So
are we
the 6-string was on the top and the 12-string was on the bottom.
Yeah, are we talking about like the cost of a car here? Like I would think it's expensive, right?
Not the cost of a car.
Or blinged out moped or something around. Higher than that.
Something like it was a good tax write-off.
Are you still paying for it? Is what I'm asking.
No, I'm not.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So it's a special one. It's one of those that you're gonna just keep with you. Very sentimental.
I mean, do you still use it in your performances?
Yeah. I bring it out on special performances. Actually, I was using it a lot in Japan.
Okay.
And when I was touring in Japan, I did it at in Honolulu when I was promoting my Kawehilani album release.
Okay.
I did that. And so I'll bring it out for like special occasions, but a lot of my weekly gigs are just you show up at the bar or you show up at the restaurant, you plug in, and the setting is something where you just want to just get in and get out.
Yeah.
And so I bring a guitar that's more convenient, more easy.
But
to
when the big gig is here, you bust out
bring
the
a double dragon. It comes in this big
the double
huge
dragon
calzone case, and you got to roll it in with a
That's right. And obviously the case had to be custom made.
It came in one of those travel size coffin calzone cases that was the sponge was cut out to just fit the shape of the guitar in, so it doesn't move at all. So
So you're gigging at least three times a week. At least three times a week.
At least 3 times a week.
Okay.
You can find my schedule. I try to keep it as updated as much as possible on my website, ericleehawaii.com.
That's how, if somebody wants to hire you or bring you out
Yep.
to tour somewhere to their neck of the woods,
Contact
Eric
me,
Lee Hawaii.
ericleehawaii.com.
All right.
I have a contact page. I have a calendar page. I have my music page where you can download direct from the website.
Okay.
You can order physical CDs. People,
Huh?
believe
What
it
is
or
that?
not, people still order physical CDs because, I mean, especially at your live gigs, you can't tell them,
That's right. Yeah.
download my stuff.
Yeah.
You want them to have a product in their hand that they can take home
Right.
to remember. Even if they don't have a CD player, it's just like you have this souvenir, right?
Yeah, and then most people, hey, can you sign the CD? So
Right,
like
exactly.
that kind of thing. And most of the times, for the type of gigs that you do, we're talking the Generation X, older demographic. So we're used to like, oh, let me go get his CD. And
Right.
he can sign them after I purchase it, right?
And you can, have a booklet with the lyrics and then learn behind the
Yeah.
scenes who was in the creation process of the music.
See, that's what I interviewed you back 10, 12 years ago, 12, 13 years ago is we talked about that because that album, I believe, Crossroads, you went all download
Digital.
first, right?
Right.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, we was,
Gee.
it was that crossroads point, no pun intended, or was it?
Yeah,
Or,
yeah.
it was a crossroads point where we were entering the digital world and physical CDs were becoming, obsolete per se.
Right.
A lot of the CD record stores were disappearing. Tower Records, we lost Tower Records.
Tower Records. Oh my gosh.
One of the reasons why I like going to Japan is because Tower Records still exists.
Are
in
we
Japan.
talking like 4 or 5 levels big? There must be a big
There
one.
are some areas where,
Yeah.
the Tower Records is still a building where it's like 4 or 5 levels.
Oh my
and there's
goodness.
other places where you can see the decline of physical products, but they, Tower Records is more becoming like an area on the floor of a department store.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But we were testing it out, right? Is it going to go all digital, or is it going to all still physical, still going to play a part?
Right.
And I learned that a lot of people are going digital, but there are people that still want to have that physical product in their hand. They want to open it, they want to see the CD, they want to read the lyrics, they want to learn the songs to sing along. So you still got to have that, especially at your live gigs and your concerts.
Yeah, that makes
Still
sense.
good
yeah.
to have
Yeah, a
product.
lot of people are putting it all on the digital platforms, but order like 150 or 200 and
Yeah,
bring it
yeah,
with them
whatever
at the
works for you.
gigs. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Especially, but like for you, you're on when you're gigging. Do you just bring your solo projects, or are you bringing, Nakama? Are you bringing all
Nakama?
that? Yeah, just your solo stuff.
I don't have many Nakama CDs anymore. They kind of been sold out and went
Right.
into not.
Oh, I can
they're
burn
not
them for you for $10 if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, really. But more focusing on my solo projects that I have now and promoting the stuff that are more relevant to my live shows.
Okay.
Yeah.
So social platforms, how can people reach you if they just want to follow your journey, or maybe like, ooh, when I'm in Hawaii, Eric's going to be playing here, or he's coming to this town, we should go and drive there,
Yeah. Well, besides my website where you can access pretty much everything about my musical
Right.
career, I'm on Instagram, Eric Lee Hawaii.
Okay.
I'm on Facebook, Eric Lee Hawaii. I have a music page. Twitter, or I'm sorry, X now, right?
Yeah,
Gotta
yeah,
get
yeah.
used to that,
Come on,
right?
come on, get with it.
Get with the times, bro.
Yeah, millennials, come on.
Millennials. But X also, and I have a YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
Eric Lee
up at
Hawaii.
the YouTube channel, you do live performances there? You go live every once in a while?
I try
or?
to just put up. They have access to streaming my albums, streaming
Okay.
my singles, my releases.
Right.
I've also put up some nostalgic videos. I think I may have tagged one of the interview that you and I did.
Oh, okay.
A couple of live shows I've done in Japan. There was a country bar I played at. I sat in with a country band
You're
there.
like royalty there. You go there a lot.
I wouldn't say royalty. I mean, I've seen some artists up there that are like, oh my gosh, like they must royalty
I mean, the
status.
culture itself already, they embrace, obviously we know, they embrace Hawaiian music. So when
Yes, we're
when an
very
artist
appreciative
comes
of
up
that.
there, yeah, they're very receptive and
Yeah.
and really supportive, right?
They draw to the Hawaiian culture, and especially the hula market up there is very strong.
Right.
So a lot of our kumu hula, when they go there, You know, they're teaching students up in Japan. They have halals in Japan.
Yeah. A lot of kumus have
Yeah.
their own chapter in Japan, right?
They got that pyramid business worked out to the T.
Yeah.
You know, where they teach this person, and each person teaches their classes and the classes, and you know, it all beautiful business system. And
Right.
so when we go up, you know, they know the songs. They buy the CDs.
Yeah.
You know, and
We're thinking right after the show, lines of people. I would assume
Yeah,
is
yeah.
like we need to get their CDs. Let's buy it all.
yeah, you know, it's just a beautiful experience, and very, very deeply thankful for them for supporting Hawaiian music and our Hawaiian
Do you
culture.
see it as like a really almost like your second home for music out in Japan?
Yeah. Definitely.
Very nice. So what is coming up for Eric Lee? What is there any new music that's brewing? I mean, we've heard It's a Beautiful Day, Ku'umili E. We got another one for Lahaina that's coming up to close the show.
Yep.
Is there anything else kind of brewing in the background?
Well, my latest single, Strawberry Wine, just came out,
That's right.
which opened up my 30th anniversary celebration of the year. So I'll be celebrating all year round. I'll be performing. I have a trip lined up in I think it's June or July. I'm going to go to Mexico for the first time. Mexico.
Mexico.
And partner up with
Another country that's it embraces the Hawaiian culture,
very
right?
supportive of the Hawaiian culture and the hula. So I'll be teaming up with a hula instructor who's going to be having some seminars and workshops, and then he's bringing me in because he's going to be teaching a couple of my songs.
Okay.
And then he
What
had
an
this
honor.
idea of having me put on a dinner reception concert.
Very
And
nice.
so I'll be there, and then they said, make sure you bring your music, make sure you bring your CDs. So I was like, oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
another reason why we have physical product.
Bring your 8 tracks, bring them all the
Yeah.
cassettes, bring them.
I'm gonna be going on a military contract tour to Japan.
Military contract
Yeah.
tour.
You'll be opening for a band that's out of Vegas. More details coming soon.
More detail. Look at what he's
Yeah.
doing.
Yeah, we don't want to just like
It's marketing. It's marketing and
it's just
promotions.
information flowing.
Wow.
So I'll be posting the dates and more
Okay.
details about that coming up, along with the Mexico trip. And then
So now that we're doing like video streaming and stuff like that,
Yeah.
when it's time to make the announcement, can we get you up on video and we can stream you right in and you can make the announcement?
of course,
Yeah.
of course.
You guys heard that, right? You guys heard that.
Live and direct here at P2P.
Right on.
And I got more music coming up throughout the year.
All right. And it's more artists are doing just like single releases here and there, right? Like you
single
rarely
releases
see
is fine.
projects, right?
Yeah, single releases and EPs because of the digital world.
Yeah.
You know, it's really hard to get someone to just download the entire album.
Yeah.
You know, if radios are only playing certain songs,
Right.
then that's what the customers are gonna go get.
Right.
Is certain songs. But because it's my 30th anniversary, and I'm celebrating my journey and, you know, showing my appreciation to all of my supporters and everything, I am coming out with a full-length Hawaiian album
Ooh.
recording.
We're talking a lot of brand new music or a collection of all the music over the years. Like, yeah.
Actually, it's going to be an album of brand new music.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, songs that I've written, songs
And
that
purely
I've
Olelo
collaborated.
Hawaii. All
Purely Olelo Hawaii. There's maybe one or two that's maybe kind of on the
mixture kind.
mixture,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
island music, but still Hawaiian, maybe Hapahaole-ish, but very traditional on the traditional side.
This year,
This
towards
year.
the end of this year.
We're looking at spring,
Like
maybe around,
soon.
like April.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you heard that first here, ladies and gentlemen. Brand new project from Eric Lee. A lot of traditional Hawaiian music. And speaking of new music, go ahead and grab your guitar because
Yeah.
I know everybody's been requesting this song, especially with Valentine's that just passed. Very smooth song, and I'm not sure if Pipeline to Paradise was the first to go ahead and share this song. Well, we were. Okay, so boom. Take that, radio stations back home. Just kidding. Valentine's just passed. A lot of people was requesting this one. I believe in at number two on the Lucky 7 countdown. And again, those of you who don't know, the Lucky 7 countdown is based on requests. So if you love a certain group or artist or song and you want to make sure that that song gets on a high rotation, you can go ahead and request it. Hawaiian Radio, at Hawaiian Radio out on Instagram. So I tell you what we'll do. EricLeeHawaii.com is the website. At Eric Lee. Wait, at Eric Lee Hawaii on the socials. One more time.
Yeah, Eric Lee Hawaii at Eric Lee Hawaii.
Eric Lee Hawaii on the socials. Go ahead and follow him. Check out his website. Check out one of his live performances. If you're in his neck of the woods and he's going to be performing there, go check out the calendar at his website. So tell everybody about this song, Strawberry Wine, and then go ahead and bless us.
Here's another song that was written by myself and a good friend of mine, Carl Zinsman, and it's a beautiful love song. Send it out to all the lovers out there, especially those that are celebrating, looking back at their journey of being together. This is called Strawberry Wine.
Live in studio with Eric Lee.
You and me, baby, walk the roads of our mistakes. It's time we survive, doing whatever it takes. We let each other down, we broke each other's hearts, but our promise of love stands strong from the start. 'Cause you and me, baby, we're perfect just like strawberry wine. Sweet berries from the trees mixed with the fruit of the vine. It's to you and me, baby, and the memories of our storybook lives, aging fine over time, just like strawberry wine. We shared on together year after year, all the joys and the hard times, the laughter and tears. Still seeing each other like the day we first met, celebrating our tomorrows without a single regret. 'Cause you and me, baby, we're perfect just like strawberry wine. Sweet berries from the trees mixed with the fruit of the vine. It's you and me, baby, and the memories of our storybook lives, aging fine over time, just like strawberry wine. Grab the bottle from the cellar, a couple glasses from the rack. I'll light your favorite candles with the scented wax. We'll toast in both our shadows as they dance upon the wall, reminiscing till the sunrise, how we've been through it all. You and me, baby, we're perfect just like strawberry wine. Sweet berries from the trees mixed with the fruit of the vine. It's to you and me, baby, and the memories of our storybook lives, aging fine over time, just like strawberry wine. aging fine over time, just like strawberry wine.
Once again, Eric Lee live in studio here at Pipeline to Paradise. Man, what a beautiful song, man.
Mahalo, brother. Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate it.
One more time, tell everybody quickly the website and the social network platforms so they can go ahead and follow you.
Yeah, you can catch me on social at Eric Lee Hawaii and catch me on my website, ericleehawaii.com. Mahalo for your support, everybody. God bless you guys. Thank you so much.
All right, go ahead and introduce Eo E Lahaina Radio.
Here's another song featuring myself and Keone Ku in support of all of our family and friends on Maui, especially that area of Lahaina. Song entitled Eo E Lahaina.
Once again, Eric Lee, thank you so much for hanging out in studio.
Mahalo, brother. Thank you. Take care.
Pipeline to Paradise, Las Vegas' 24-hour Hawaiian and island music station.
Aloha.
Echoes of the past call out to us today.
Yes, sir. Yes. Wow. Bruh. I wanted to throw harmonies, but I'm like,
So plain to me and you. Let us all come together to aloha be true.
yes, sir.
Though the winds may change,
Yeah.
rise and fall.
Let's go check them out real quick.
Shoot.
Come to pass, we will thrive through it all.
40 something. Let's see.
With the rising of the sun.
Michael Nomura, aloha Eric. I think Brother Mike is from Japan, you know.
Oh, yeah.
I believe so. Yeah. Hang on, let me plug this down there. Heke Ola says, Eric has an encyclopedic knowledge of Hawaiian music. Yeah, bro. Eric is like the guru. Every time I'm looking for a certain song, Brother Eric, you get this song, or who sang this song? Right on. Let's see. Tony Orpesa says, aloha from the Philippines at 6:05 Saturday morning. Wow, love it. Chantel Sino says, aloha Friday. Hope you have a blessed weekend. Craig Carvalho says, he's making a request. Hang on. Timika Ulikukui, mahalo nui for sharing about Uncle John. I was so very blessed to have a special friendship, ohana, with him.
Oh, nice.
And have a painting that he did for me and my daughter.
Oh, yeah. He was an oil painter.
I didn't know that he was a painter.
Yeah. That was his kind of hobby.
Wow. Okay. I didn't know that. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling through all the comments here.
Yeah.
Craig Carvalho.
Blind Man in the Bleachers.
Blind Man in the Bleachers. Yeah,
So
he said
loyal.
that. Yeah, that's I think that's Craig Stutzman's dad. If I remember seeing another comment that he dropped there. B Rock says, "Right on. We all needed Nahi Nahi Hawaiian music." Oh, you can see that. You can see it all of that too.
Yeah,
I forgot
yeah.
you're checking them out. Yeah.
Oh, I can just read it right off the screen.
There we
Why
go.
am I trying to
Exactly.
squint my eyes and looking at my phone?
Wait. I'm just kind of going through. Heke Ola says, "Love you and Keone." Okay.
Yeah, talented brother.
So that person must have come see you guys play a lot then.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Oh, you know who that is then?
Ekeole.
Yeah.
I believe she's in California, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken, and she came to Waikiki one time to see us
Okay.
play. But
Oh, very nice.
when during the COVID shutdown, we were doing Facebook Live performances.
That's
and
right.
She would always log
Yeah.
in. She was a great supporter.
Actually, I remember when during COVID, and then I said, "Hey, bro, I'm gonna start Pipeline to Paradise," and you guys kind of made the announcement for me too. So
Oh yeah.
full circle over here, yeah, coming
Yeah,
around here.
that's right. That's right.
I love, especially with all the artists, a lot of the artists that's tuning in right now on the video
I
stream.
appreciate the support, guys.
Yeah,
Thank you
I
so
love
much.
the camaraderie. I love
Yeah.
how everybody's malama kikahi, taking care of one another. That's how it should be, right?
That's right.
That's how it should be.
Mahalo, you guys.
Brother
Thank you so
Gerard
much.
says, great interview. Right
Thank
on, Brother
you.
Gerard. Hang on, let me make sure I get this next song punched
Yeah.
here. All right. And then since this is not your music, I'm gonna mute them on the stream here, video stream.
And once again, I'm Eric Lee, and I approve all Eric Lee release songs
Exactly.
on Pipeline to
Yeah.
Paradise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let me put some music on this side here. Okay. Real quick, let me just kind of. Okay, I went to the end already. At about like a good 45. I was just kind of skipping through. Brother Eric, any last things you want to say on the video side to everybody?
No, just mahalo you guys for tuning in. Mahalo, continue supporting Brother Pukani, Pipeline to Paradise. He is doing this for you guys. He's doing this for the artists.
And for the pizza that you brought in.
And for the pizza. And for the grind.
Hawaiian air
When
snacks.
you come
that
by,
too.
when you come by Pipeline, don't come by empty-handed.
You better beat Eric. Eric
Yeah.
brought me pizza and Hawaiian air snacks. I mean, can you beat him? I dare you.
Just setting the standard right now. Yeah.
Keola, you coming in on Tuesday? Just kidding.
You better come in with the semi-truck and, offloading all the
Where do you want this? Beep, beep.
catering.
Yeah. All right, man. So thank you so
thank you
much.
guys.
We'll go ahead and shut down the video side, but coming up on Tuesday, we'll turn back on the video. We'll have Brother Keola Santos in town. By the way, 1 and 2, because Keola Santos has the #1 most requested song. You're in it, #2 right now.
Yes.
So perfect timing.
Mahalo you guys for
Yeah.
supporting the request lines. Send a DM to Hawaiian Radio at Hawaiian Radio and support all of our artists. And,
Yeah.
Keep them on the lucky 7.
It's becoming a side job now for me too. I try to count it up on a daily basis, but sometimes I got to go somewhere else, and then there's like 2 or 3 days, and I'm like, ooh, okay. But congratulations,
All
my
right.
brother.
Thank you.
All right, live on video, Brother Eric Lee. Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it.
Love you guys. Thank you. Aloha.